Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, how did I get up there? Hold on. A little. Must be a newbie. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I haven't been on so long. I guess I don't know how to work the program. So who's here? I know that Nikki stopped in real early, and then Scott had said hello. How you doing, Scott? Logan, I hope you're here, both of you guys. I wanted, in fact, I don't know if you're, if it's late there, I wanted you to come on for a couple of minutes and explain to me what you've been doing with your. It looked like you got fan tech, I think, which is good. So anyway, well, let's hear Ralph. How you doing, Sir Crepitus? How are you? Glad you could make it. Hey, Tommy. And did I miss Ralph? Yeah, I did. Ralph, I slid right by you, brother. But anyway, so I haven't been on one. I don't know. I haven't felt real great lately. I feel okay today. He's got like zero freaking energy, man. And like I said, years ago, I know I had low T and I had gotten shots a while, and I'm talking shit 20 years ago. And then for some reason I moved or did something and got away from it, and they stopped giving it to me, which probably was a good thing. But now I could use it. I got like zero energy. So they did the test. I think I go in on the 10th or the 11th of this month. They already did the fasting, and they took the blood, but just haven't felt that good. I did meet up with Maui and Bobby Jai, Andrew and Kwan, and I'm forgetting the couple that they brought. Was really a nice guy from England, and his wife. I remember her name Jo, because for some reason his name evades me. Really a nice guy. Into Koya a little bit too, so he might come by and maybe I'll actually yeah, Red Bull. You're probably right, Ralph. Man, like I'm telling you, hey Maui. And we had a really good time. It was awesome. But just like blah, you know. I actually yesterday, Maui, I put on the crash bars on the side of the Forza so that I could mount the foot pegs, which I did. There was two sizes. They gave you two rings. Both of them were wrong. So I ended up cutting a hose and putting it in there to get them at least mounted on there so I could try it. But I might order a different set of pegs. But anyway, it was my father-in-law helped me, which might have more have been of a hindrance than a help. Speaks zero English. Just hit it with the hammer. I don't know, that take 15 minutes to try to get that across to what I wanted him to do. But I was sabai, man. I was really surprised. I didn't get aggravated, and it wasn't really hot. We were under the carport out there, and it was okay. So anyway, it's on there. I didn't take it out yesterday, so I'm going to take it out this afternoon and see what they like. But I sat on it. Seems okay. Let's see. Yeah, it was real easy, man. It's like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Forzas. Have a flat deal here, and then they've got a little raised deal, and you can put your foot up here or put your foot down here. They both have a rubber thing on them, and all they are is just holes in the thing pushed with little, the mushroom deals where you just push the little piece of rubber. 3 screws, and then they give you new screws with a spacer because they slide underneath this mat because the mat's going to go over it. I don't know. I pretty much did that by myself in, I don't know, under 10 minutes, 5 minutes aside, and that was because I was searching for tools most of the time. Let's see. My mother has Epstein-Barr virus. Completely drains her all days and week. Comes and goes. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's been. My thing is I'm freaking old, which I was hoping that wasn't it, but I'm a fat bastard too. So I need to drop the weight, but just getting the drive to get up and get out of bed, for Christ's sake, and I get up every morning 4:30, 5 o'clock, and come out here to my little room out here by the koi pond, and and then when my wife goes to work at 8, I'll go back in at about 7 and bullshit with her a little bit, and then she'll get ready, and then I'll get ready to do if I'm doing a live stream like it was today. But otherwise, it's like a freaking fight to, okay, I'm going to go meet these guys for lunch. Once I get out and I get, on, like I took the Forza to that deal, I felt okay. But it's getting to that point. It seems like it gets tougher and tougher. And for some reason, I mean, I told my doctor about it, and this is the same guy that saved my life. He's anything that he tells me, I treat it like God is talking to me, and he's a great guy. And I told him, I said, I know I have low T. It was like 0, 20 years ago. And I said, but I worked, or I was out and about, and I did okay. But I said, and he just kind of slugged it off, So when I went in, what was it, about a week ago or whatever it was, and I go every 3 months, and he gives me 3 months worth of meds and all that shit. It makes a nice blood test each time, and he said, oh, well, over at the private hospital, because most of the doctors here, at least the good ones, they're going to go. They'll be in your province more than likely if you're in a big one. They'll work at both. They'll work at the government and the private hospital. And when I went in and spent the 3 months and almost croaked, that was in the private hospital. But after that, and when we did it, I said, man, I just don't want to. If I go to the private hospital for my 3-month deal, I'm in and out in 2 or 3 hours, and that's blood test, seeing the doctor, waiting for my medications, getting the 3 months worth of medications, and then leaving. And he said the meds are cheaper, even though I go through my wife's insurance. They pay her government insurance, which pays, it's weird, somewhere between 80 and 90% depending on what it is. They're cheaper over there, and the one that he gives me for my trying to lose weight, and that diabetes shot once a week, they only had it every day. I was taking a shot when I first got it, because at the government hospital, that's all they had. Then they got this one, but they're cheaper, and a lot cheaper, I guess. Just to give you an idea, I take a crap load of medicine. There was about 8 pills in that one, and then I take like 3 or 4 there, and then 3 or 4 at dinner. So I take a lot of meds, and 3 months worth of that. Me and my wife went in. She only gets 1 med. We both go in and get blood test. It only takes us 3 hours. I pay 500 baht for me and her for expedited. In other words, we go there at 3 o'clock, and we're usually out of there by 5:30. So we both go in, we both give blood, we both wait and see the doctor, and then we go over and wait for the medication. Cost me about 33,000 baht for all the meds and to see the doctor and everything for that day. And so when you really think about it, and then I'll get back like about 30,000. So 1,000 baht a month for the 3,000, and that's for me and her. But let's say it's just me, because hers is minimal. That's what's 1,000 right now at 33. It did go up a little bit. It was 32.5, and when I checked it yesterday, it was 33.1 or something. I'm talking about the bot. Anyway, so because some people ask me, well, is it cheaper there with my insurance? Okay, so let's see, it's 33.1 right now. So if you go off of that, let me just do this real quick, so in case anybody watches this down the road, 3,000 divided by 33, that's $90. Okay, divided by 3. right? Because that's 3,000, 1,000 a month. So 1,000's what? I should have done that. Divided by 33, $30. Now, with my insurance in the United States, just for my medication, I paid $100 a month to have the Part D or whatever it was. Plus, I paid about $200 a month. I paid $300 a month with my insurance, and I was on what do you call it, Medicare, and this 10% of that, $30 US. I don't, through with the insurance here, $30 a month versus 300. So just to give anybody an idea where that's coming here, and I could get all the same medicines. I didn't have a problem. Just if you're going to come here, do that. Okay, I went on a tangent, so let me get back to where I was. Hey, thanks, Decrepitous. I appreciate it, man. Let's see. What was I talking about before I went on the rant? I'm getting old and senile, so. And Brock, how you doing, brother? Yeah, that Ozepic. Yeah, that's it. And that shit's expensive, right, Brock? And I know it's been hard to get. A lot of people can't even get it. So anyway, let's see. Give me a minute to get myself. Okay, cool. I'm gonna, if you guys don't mind, if anybody ever has any questions on here, just ask me. If it's about Thailand, I'm just curious because I have my setup here, and Logan just got his. If you guys aren't subscribed, let me go to Logan. Hey, Patty, how you doing? Mostly free. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, for here, pretty much all my medications that include that is $30 a month. So I'm going to say it's almost free also, Brock. You guys aren't subscribed to, he put it up. This is Going Gray's little link there. Thanks, Scott, man. Scott's on top of it. Yeah, so I want to just talk to him. I'm going to bring him on. He's a good guy anyway. Subscribe to his channel or their channel. Jamie's, maybe theirs might be asleep. I don't know. I think you're still at home, right? Let me put the link in. Anybody can come on if they want to, too. As long as I know who you are. Paste. Shoot. There it is. Okay, there's StreamYard. I really enjoy it. I haven't been on it in a couple of weeks now. And I think that, hey, thanks, Decrepitous. I appreciate it. If you guys got gifted a membership, by all means, in case you don't know, Decrepitous, I'll look right now. Let me go. I guess I could go over here. Nah, let me do it here. I don't have a bunch of members, but the ones that I do have, let's see here. Let me go to my studios. Anything that we get on the channel here goes. My wife, she's the one that has the what is it? The account. It goes to her. If you do a PayPal, not a PayPal, but do a regular deal here. But let me see how many. Where are we at? Dashboard. Come on, where is it at? Sorry, guys. Just want to try to get this. She has the ads. The AdSense account goes to her. So let's see. Trying to think. Anyway, just so you know, what it is one of the oldest daughter who's getting ready to graduate college 2 years ago or so. We went there and we took them out to barbecue, and one of her friends went. A guy, a couple of people from her and from my youngest. And hey, Logan, give me 1 second. I'll bring you on. And so anyway, come to find out, he just barely got his apartment was in the same places where where the kids stay, and in Bangkok for private school. And the guy, his grandmother was basically taking care of him, and she had cancer. So what we did was we give him 1,000 baht a month, we don't get that in on it. We pitch in, but anything that comes in on the memberships goes directly to him. But thank you very much. If you guys got gifted by Sir Crepitus, which comes from Poe on the Go, John over there, who's a great guy. He's a big part of that over there at John. So I appreciate it. I do, man. Thanks for posting my link, but I'm not going to be active on my channel anymore. Okay, cool. All right, but maybe you'll come over here and have some fun with it. So I'm going to bring on Logan.
Hey.
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yeah, let me figure out why I can't hear you in my headset. I can hear you on my laptop, which I don't want to do. Give me a sec to go into the settings.
Cool. I wish I could figure out how, while you're doing that, I was trying to figure out where my, I think it's on the front page.
Mess with this.
Sorry, I'm not talking. Oh, there it is.
I don't know why it's not working. There we go. I got you now. I got you now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you through my computer. For some reason, when I clicked on the StreamYard to go to your video, the settings were different than what I normally have my own StreamYard at. I figured it would automatically set it, but I guess it doesn't. But we're good now.
Cool.
What's up? Yeah.
Nothing. I know that I thought you were going to email me before you bought the stuff, and then I didn't see an email, and then all of a sudden I haven't been watching a bunch of YouTube stuff, so then all of a sudden I got on and I saw you had two posted and one you had just done. I just missed the last live, and it looked like you got Fantech, I think.
Yeah, I got the Fanatec. I got the Fanatec pedals and wheel, and then I bought that brand of pizza oven I bought, Vevor. They made a whole racing rig, so I bought that. So it's like a cheaper knockoff version. Yeah.
I don't have that seat bump thing, but I wanted to see what you thought about.
Oh.
I get a lot of feel through my wheel, but mine's I think it's 9, whatever it is. It's plenty.
Yeah, mine's at 8 newtons, and I dialed it back to like 75%. So it's definitely a lot. Yeah,
and I didn't have any problem with the 9. But did you try iRacing or only?
So I don't
Xbox?
have. So iRacing's not on Xbox. It's only on PC. So I haven't gotten into iRacing. I think iRacing's like a monthly subscription too. So
yeah, you can get it, but you get it for a year, and it's like they run a special. It's like $75 for the year.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Well, I guess you could race. See, I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah.
But I could race people that I know. But I guess you could do that on Xbox too, right?
Yeah, I can if I knew people on there. But now I'm just going through like the campaign thing. Like I'm just doing like my driver mode where I'm just trying to learn how to do it because I suck at it. But
he's in Texas.
Oh yeah, I'm in El Paso, Texas. Yes, El Paso. Yeah,
but I don't know. It's fun. Where have you raced so far? I like the big tracks. I don't like the road courses too much. So you got to do too much. I'm lazy.
So I like the road courses. So I've been playing Assetto Corsa, which is like mostly the European racing track, like the GT3 series with all like the BMWs and Porsches and and Audis and stuff. So that's what I've been racing in lately, just all through Europe, all the famous tracks over there. You know, Nürburgring and Monza and Imola and
I've got
Brands
to
Hatch.
because on iRacing you get your licenses by racing different ones like dirt tracks, oval dirt tracks, road course dirt tracks, road course street, the big tracks. It's oval. There's like 3 of them, and mainly like Daytona, Talladega, that kind of stuff. And, I have fun, but I don't know. Some of the guys, they take it a little too seriously. But
they have Indy on there, Indianapolis, but it's the road course Indy, so it does like the half oval and then goes to the
comes inside.
Yeah, like how they do like some of the the racing, like ARCA racing and stuff. I think they do that there, but yeah, it's been really cool. And I'll tell you what, that butt kicker thing, the thing that vibrates the chair, is awesome. It is super awesome. It really adds a lot to it. You can hear.
Now, does that go through your computer or does that go through your Fantech?
So it goes through the audio. So you buy this little, basically like a splitter type thing off of Amazon for like $12, or you can probably get it on Lazada for like $1 because everything's cheaper on Lazada. And it basically splits the audio, so you still have the HDMI going from your computer or Xbox or whatever to the TV, and then that splits off, and then you plug that into the butt kicker system, which is like this big, old school, like got dials on it, like to adjust the gain and the EQ and the volume. And then it all goes through that, because all it is a subwoofer without the dang speaker part around it. It's just the center part. Boom, boom,
yeah,
boom, it's just a spinning, motor essentially. I think is all it is. Some sort of coil that just vibrates. But it's super
I'm going to
cool.
get rid of my TV. Well, not really. I've got the TV.
Yeah.
There, right? But what I'm going to do, you can see behind me the Oculus. And that's what I use. And that, when you do that, you won't do anything else. I mean, it's freaking phenomenal.
That's where I was in the decision phase, and I think that's what I was going to email you about. But after talking with my son, who's big into everything and reading a bunch of stuff, I wasn't sure about the Oculus, so I went with the TV, and then I was like, I can do the Oculus later if I want to add on something.
You can do it all like through there, but I'm not a geek, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, John? How you doing? I don't know how to. You can access the computer from inside the VR.
Yeah, and look at your desktop and everything.
Right now, if I have to do my updates and stuff for iRacing, I have to have my keyboard and my mouse, and I do it that way. But it's only once a week and 5 seconds. But I mean, when you've got this thing on, it's the most, I don't know, it's as close as you can get. Because I know when NASCAR during COVID went down, I used to be a NASCAR freak.
Yeah.
I didn't miss a race, for 30 years, right?
Yeah.
And when I came here, I just stopped watching, and they started changing everything to where they got, I don't know, they're playing games and shit. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I heard that they were Junior and all the guys, when they weren't racing, they were on iRacing.
Yeah.
Racing.
And that's what Formula One does. Formula One, like Next Level Racing, one of the companies that make all of the racing sim stuff, like they make all the Ferrari and all the Formula One stuff. And these guys, that's what they do. Like they'll finish racing and then go race on there. Like Max Verstappen, arguably one of the very best Formula One racers, is number one on iRacing. Like, so it's like he'll go from like last place to first in like 19 laps and just demolish everyone.
And I guess you could do it if you really got into it. You could do a lot of stuff on iRacing, because I notice now. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? Hey, Craig, what's up? It pops up pretty much every day where they're actually putting it on YouTube. They're actually running races and So I guess you could get into their joining. If you were good enough, you could race with them all.
Yeah,
then it would be probably worth it. Like I said, the once a year or the monthly thing isn't the big deal.
Yeah,
it's getting the vehicles. You've got to pay $12 for this car and $12 for this track, and all that gets pricey.
Yeah, but Xbox is a little bit like that, but it's not as bad. You do have to buy like these expansion packs. Like, if you want all the Japanese cars, you have to buy $9 a pack or whatever. But it comes with like 50 different cars, so it's not like just one thing. I've seen
pretty much everything that I've got. I need right now.
Yeah, and I've seen the streams. Like, there's people that have leagues, and there's like a guy that streams it who's like an announcer and knows everything about all these virtual drivers. It's really weird to watch.
Yeah, and because I joined the thing, every day every morning it pops up, and I think it's whatever NASCAR is racing, they're racing, and they have their qualifying races and their this or whatever they have, and then they put it up. I haven't watched it, but I've got to. I might, but I don't know. The only thing it is, like in the beginning, I was addicted to it. I could sit there and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit! It's been 9 hours. I've been on,
Yeah, yeah.
So it
It's
gets a
bad.
little, yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. I tried and I told Jamie like I'm not gonna when you're at work I'm gonna play on it, but when you're not at work I'm not gonna mess with it. And then she keeps calling it my games, and I'm like, they're not games. This is like serious racing. This isn't a video game. Like
Well,
this
I'll
is
tell
like
you what,
legitimate racing. It's hard.
You need to. What I did was I bought my Oculus 2, I think it is, off of Marketplace on Facebook.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you get it about half price, and because you could buy better ones and all this and that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This one right here, I was using a separate set of headphones with the gaming ones, whatever.
Yeah.
I ended up, I don't even use them anymore. I go through the Oculus because it's got a microphone and the guys that I talk to when I hit my button and ask them, what's the quality of the sound? And, it sounds great, man. You're crystal clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it wasn't that expensive. And this one had that. Hold on. It had the extra.
You got like the extra padding.
Yeah, and it's got this extra bow.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
And everything on it, and it's freaking awesome. And you can use it both ways. It has a deal that either plugs in or it will connect wirelessly. So
yeah, I was going that route. I started with I'm going to just buy like the little stand that I can hook the wheel on and sit at my couch and with the Oculus and play. To like right. I'm going to buy a TV and I'm going to buy the whole rig and I'm going to get so it's spiraled a bit, but no, it's super fun. I definitely.
Who the hell is this miss going?
Yeah.
Don't talk to him anymore.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Hey Paul, how you doing?
No.
It did in the beginning. The first time that I used it, I was a little like. After I had it on for a little while, I was a little dizzy. I got used to it, and that was what Sir Crepidus said. VR always makes me motion sick. But once you get, man, I wouldn't on the TV. It's like I don't even want to bother. I mean, it's so much better. It's unbelievable. You got to try it. And what I did was the guy that not talked me into it, but said he was really into it. With the pedals and mine you can't really see, but I built mine from China stuff. They're all load cell, but I built my own and then tied them in. I didn't buy theirs, but and I'll make sure no more toys.
Yeah.
But he was the one that said, and the first one that I got was I forget the one that the G whatever.
Like the G29.
Yeah, the new one. I bought the older one first, then I bought the G29, and then I went to this, and this is so much better.
It is amazing. It is
starting out. I just clamped it to the desk and put it came with the pedals and stuff, and put it under there, and I had the shifter. Now most of the stuff I don't switch it back and forth. If I go on, I leave it on the paddle shifting, even if I'm on the on the track or something. On the ovals, but
that's my problem. Is I wouldn't be happy with the desk version because I have to do everything like as to the max, as you say, in like your intro. Right. So that's why I don't golf, because I'd have all the best clubs and I'd have a caddy and I'd have all these things, and like that's why I can't get into it. So but the sim racing should be a lot of fun. I anticipate it, and it saves me money because now I don't have to go buy like my midlife crisis like Porsche. I can just race one on the game.
Right? Yeah, there.
That's what I keep telling Jamie.
I bought one. What did I buy? I bought It was actually probably one of my favorite cars. I was 50. I was 50 years old, and I bought a 2003 Cabriolet 911, and the reason that I bought the 2003 is because it came with the glass window. The earlier ones, the 2002s and ones, they came with that plastic, and
the plastic
they get all
window.
crappy. And this came with a glass one, I'll tell you what, man. I ran over 2 baby deers I lived up in the Sierras, and the thing's only this far off the ground.
Yeah.
You know.
You were
Now how I
rallying out there
crammed,
in the.
and I hit it. Of course, I was going up around the lake and up by where I lived, and I have a kind of a heavy foot anyway.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was
So
probably
do I.
doing I was probably doing 80 miles an hour. So all it did was go boom, and it lifted me. I actually lifted off the
Oh, I'm
ground
sure you did. Yeah.
and went down. And it did did $8,000 worth of damage.
Jesus.
So,
That's crazy.
but I love the car. The car was freaking awesome. But it is true. It's so realistic. And
It is.
and what I did was I went to Tim's. The story I was telling. I went to Tim's house, and Tim had a black. I don't know if it was Oculus or whatever. He had VR, and I tried it there, and I went, oh, okay, and immediately bought one. I think I bought it before I got done. I bought it while I was at his house.
Yeah.
So and had it sent. But I'm trying to think. I was going to go on. Let me go on Facebook real quick. Let me go to market.
Brock, the wraparound screen thing is nice. I looked into that, but the Xbox doesn't do that. But if I ever switch to PC, yeah, you can get like where it curves around, which is kind of similar to, not nearly as cool as like the actual like the sim with the VR, but that's what a lot of people use too. And I was like, that's cool.
How do you spell Oculus? I'm the worst speller in the world.
It's like OCULUS. OCULUS, I think so.
Here it is, Oculus Quest 2. And I think that's the one I got.
Yeah, it looks like that's what you have, yeah. How long ago did you get it?
About a year ago.
Yeah,
see, here's one in the case. The same deal with the same case. In fact, I forget that I can do this. Share screen. And go to, where are you?
Hey, Patty. Catch you next time.
Patty leaving?
Yeah.
Am I boring you, Patty? You can see this one here, this 75. So what is that? That looks like it comes with everything. The same case I've got. Looks like pretty much the same headgear, maybe a little better. It looks like that's the M2, and I think I've got the M1 on the headgear. And I don't know the price now.
It's like
I don't know what it's like.
$226. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
$226. But like, let me go. Yeah, like let me go on my Facebook Marketplace, see what they have. If I even know how to do this, I don't really go on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, there it is. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Oculus.
And this was 128. Yeah, here's
Oculus
one for 50.
Quest 2.
Here's one for 59. 59.
Yeah, there's one for $199. There's one for $180, $180, $150. Yeah.
That's it. I don't know what's the big difference in. Let's see what. I don't know what the 3 would do that the 2 doesn't. But
it's supposed to be a different frame rate or something. I think when I looked at it.
But compared to I don't know what you paid for your stuff, it's minimal. For what I paid for mine.
Yeah, the thing the comparison would be the TV I bought, and the Oculus is definitely cheaper than the TV I bought, because I wanted to make sure with me sitting so close to it, I mean it's not that close, but that I could see the edges. So I had to buy a high quality TV because I didn't want it to like darken on the edges because I was seeing it at such an angle. But yeah, definitely was more than $150, $200.
Yeah. You know what? But it's so let me see real quick here, because we're talking about it, and people like to know. I think I can.
Brock, you had like an aviation simulator? Yeah, they're really cool too. The same company, Fanatec, makes like the joysticks and all the oscillators.
I bought that stuff first, and in fact, I've got it underneath my chair here. I bought a cheap one, I did the flight. The flight thing was my first thing, and actually, James Chocolate Man in Thailand was the one that told me about that. And I don't know if you guys here. Let me share this. Let me stop this screen. Let me get another screen.
Yeah. So
Lasada. here. I bought these two cases here. The reason, and then I bought this mount. What I was getting to originally.
Yeah.
I bought this for my trailer. It's a 32-inch smart TV, and it's what, $90, right? What is 2,900? I don't even know, but that's like 30, 60. It's under $100, and it's unbelievable, the deal. But I bought this one here. I bought this case, and then I bought another case, and I've got to go over. I bought two of them, and I'll see which one I like better. They were, I don't know, what is that?
3,900 is $117.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm saying, I got to show you. I got to get rid of this because I didn't tell him. So the day before Maui got here, I did some work on the fours, and I said, okay, I'm going to drive. It's a 55-minute ride from here to Buriram to the McDonald's, and I'm going to get a cheeseburger for lunch and then come back. Well, you're supposed to take this cover off of my iPhone 15, which cost me $100 million, right? And it came off. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, it cracked the screen.
Yeah, it came off as I was doing 100. I don't know how fast it is miles an hour. I was doing over 120 kilometers, and it went.
Yeah, it's like 75. Yeah.
And I was really surprised because the back is glass too on these, or titanium or whatever it is. It's got a cover on it. I spent for that. Luckily, I bought the Plus, the Apple Plus plan, which was really expensive, but they will fix it all.
Oh, like the Apple Care?
Yeah.
Plus. It's worth it. It's worth it for sure.
The covers that I bought that I had them put on the front and that are on the back, the whatever it is, the screen saver.
Yeah.
They'll replace those 3 times in a year, and I bought those separately. So I've got to go in. I'm going to go in Saturday with my wife, so I don't have to sit there and try to pretend like I can even try to talk Thai and let them do it. But that's an expensive crash there.
It is. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised the phone still looks like it works pretty good for
it works.
That.
It works.
I mean, all it did was crack the edge.
It came off and bang, 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 and I slid the thing sideways and turned it around and got back there and cut off traffic coming back across. And I'm pointing because the thing is sitting like this in the road, and I'm pointing down at it, trying to get caught.
Just running it over.
Yeah. And it didn't do. It was amazing as far as durability and stuff like that on this iPhone. Now the 16's out, so I might check out. But I heard that somebody said it's got Maui wanted to get it. It's got some kind of fancy Zoom thing where you can actually, when you're recording, you can just, instead of trying to do this crap on the screen, it's got a slider or something that you can
like a little wheel or something.
Something like that. And some other stuff. But good, they're going to deliver my thing. So I'm having I'm getting the TV's already here. That mounting bracket. That's what I just looked at. They're delivering today. So tomorrow, the guy's coming over to install that. Put 3 shelves in my trailer above my refrigerator. There's a cabinet, and I want to put some shelves in it so I can actually use that as a pantry. My wife would rather stuff 500 quilts in there, and I'm going, I sleep naked on the top of the sheets, and she's got 4 blankets and shit over, I kill her every night. Like last night, you turned it down to 20. I said, well, I must have been sweating or something. But I have gotten acclimated, because right now I can keep this out here. This air conditioner out here right now I have a 24, but usually I'll keep it at 20, 27 or 28. And to tell you the truth, what I've been doing is just leaving it on.
That's because 82 degrees.
Yeah. And usually when I got here, anything above 75 degrees, I couldn't sleep because I sweat, And now for some reason I can take that. So I leave it like that, all the time because I've got battery backup. I've got my laptop. I've got
Mm-hmm.
my curved screen deal here. I've got my other computer here. I've got a 65-inch television here, refrigerator behind me, the racing rig. I
Yeah.
bet you it doesn't cost me $50 a month to keep it at that, that 28
Yeah.
degrees or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's got a, because I know here I've got this special case that I bought for my laptop that sucks all the stuff, sits out.
Oh, it's the cooling
Yeah,
tray.
cool.
Yeah.
But it's one
Mm-hmm.
of those high tech ones. I had the other one, the cheap one, with just like two fans in it. This one was rated like #1 on YouTube, and of course I could get it through Lasada for, to me, almost free. But
Yeah.
it was good. All right, let's see if anybody asking anything. What did I miss? I put one. What? Let's see. Q and guy in Hawk simulator lasted 10 minutes. I got 2 programs, and I still got the deal down there. Like I said, there wasn't a expensive one, but it was the first thing that I bought.
Hawk. Wait, is a Hawk simulator a?
It
Oh,
says
okay. Yeah.
flight control,
Yeah.
PXN, which
Yeah.
they make all sorts of stuff. They make wheels and stuff too for
Yeah.
racing. But
Yeah, they definitely do.
and I don't think it's the greatest stuff in the world. I think that only cost me like $30.
I mean, it's good
So
entry level stuff, right? I mean, yeah, you can buy a
yeah,
PXN
definitely.
for like $180 on Amazon, like the whole wheel and pedals and everything. But
Yeah, what was Paul saying? Waiting. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't checked it out. Like I said, Maui, he's getting one. I guess when he gets back. The I bought mine here, and to tell you the truth, I probably could have got it for nothing when I was back for my mom's deal in when she passed away, and but the ones in the United States don't have SIM cards. They're all that
no,
eSIM.
yeah,
Mine, the ones you buy here in Thailand, have one, uh, regular SIM card and one eSIM. So
yeah.
I like that a lot better, and they're not locked.
So does
So
Thailand do eSIMs?
yeah,
Okay, so my phone has eSIM. I can get an eSIM. It's not only SIM card. Okay,
no,
that's cool.
no, you can get eSIM.
Okay, yeah, because
But
that would be a problem.
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the last one that I had was my iPhone 8. It was great, and I had it for however long I've had it. When did the iPhone 8s come out? 8 years ago,
I mean,
7
yeah,
years, seven,
probably,
eight
yeah.
years ago.
I mean, yeah, if
And
there's one
I
every
still
year,
didn't.
then
I still hadn't figured out how to use the freaking iPhone 8, but
yeah,
the battery started. It wasn't, and I didn't. When I bought it, I was a cheap bastard, and it was like, do I really need that many gigs of storage? So I got the smallest one. So this one I got the one. I don't know what I got. I got plenty, but
yeah. This
that I
you,
won't buy. I'll buy another one in 10 years or something.
yeah. I mean, you bought the iPhone 8 came out in 2017, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's a solid phone. Lasted you 7 years if you got
Yeah, it
that
was great,
other
and
one
I gave
last
it to
year.
the daughter, one of the
Yeah,
daughters. Her
absolutely.
deal. My
You need
wife's
just
got she's already. I mean, Thai people, and I guess it's maybe everybody. They love iPhones, iWatches, and they want the. My wife, can I have? She has the 14, and I
yeah.
had the. Well, can I have your 15, and I'll give you my 14. I go, why would I do that? But I'll
It's a
end up
thing,
buying
yeah.
her the 16. So it doesn't.
Yeah,
And I bought her an iWatch for, was it for her birthday this year? I can't remember. I bought her an iPhone watch or whatever.
yeah. We
But they
had
love that. I guess it's status, right?
it's. I mean, people
Something
just
like that.
it's just it's just like to have the newest one. I guess I don't really do that.
My wife deserves it.
Yeah,
Like I was talking. What
yeah,
was I talking? I was talking to the guy that I went to lunch with across the way, and I said I built 2 houses here. Everything's in my wife's name, and I said
yeah, 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 yeah.
I get shit about it all the time. And I said, you know what? I tell them, if it's been 5 years now, I think, and God bless her. If she pulled the wool over my eyes, that not only can she have everything, I'll give her half of whatever I've got left because she deserves it. If she is that good of an actress and everything and put that on, she deserves that. Take all my money. Screw it. I'm done. I don't care because people give you, oh, they're just going to do this. They buy it and you're an asshole. And I go, God, would you please just come and say it to my face? Because I'd just love to pound the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, most of those people probably never even will ever go to Thailand. No. Like they just want to talk on the internet. It's
yes,
like, okay.
Yes. They're in their mom's basement in jockey shorts at 55 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so
I've been lucky, man. They've left me alone. I haven't. I'm sure they'll pop in now that I probably said that, but not that it was, but they were busting my stones. I'm talking about trolls, pretty good a couple of years ago, but I'm glad that it does it. But I have a good time. Like I said, I'll keep doing this until it's not fun anymore. I enjoy doing it, but I just been, like I said, man, I don't know if it's depression. I don't know if it's, and I know it's testosterone because I know that my T level is way down. And I guess maybe I handled it better when I was younger. And I didn't want to get, it takes a freaking act of Congress for me to convince myself to get the frick out of bed and go out and get something to eat or something. So it's tough, man. I don't know, but I'm hoping it's that. So we'll find out here. You guys will be the first to know. And I did tell, I went here, I went in, I saw the doctor, talked to her for 10, 15 minutes about everything, and scheduled and went back the next day for a complete blood panel. I mean, they took 3-4 tubes out of me. I had to fast. 3,000 baht. So somebody that's was wondering on that, it was about $100 to get tested and all that, and it's really, and that was, we'll get 80% of that back, but somebody that just wants to go get it checked, because I don't know, man. A lot of people say that my buddy's been telling me he's a bodybuilder anyway, but he's been, you got low T. Go down and get some shots. I'll take you to Mexico. We'll go get. Shut up. Leave me alone. But he was right. I mean, he was right 20 years ago when he told me, and then I started getting the shots, and I did feel better, and I didn't turn into I was a prick anyway 20 years ago, but I didn't turn into a real bad one. But but I don't think I will. If I will, then if I do, then I'll just stop it. But I gotta get some. I mean, I don't want to. Even as early as 2 years ago, before COVID, I would go to the gym after I got well enough to where I could move around, and I was enjoying it. But now it's like, okay, you heard me on here how many times saying, yeah, next week I got to go over to the gym and do this and that, and it's just like, man, it's always harder when you're by yourself. When I was younger, there was always 4 or 5 guys, whether they were sports guys or whatever, that went to the gym. And most of my friends still to this day, 21-inch arms and, just huge, massive people, And I did it when I was younger, but then all of a sudden I got to a point where, God, all I want to do is ride my bike and chase women. That's it. And maybe some drugs, and occasionally work, that was my youth, and it was fun, and I don't regret it. I had a good time. Luckily, like my kids say, you never went to college, you never did this, you never did that. I was a lucky son of a bitch. Anything that I bought, I always bought houses when the market was down in the freaking dumps, and then would you know it? Oh, I think I'm going to sell this thing. What's the market? Oh, it's at the top of the thing. In a year, make 250 grand. Off of something. And on property, and then I had a good job in HVAC, and then my retirements stuff from building engineer. But it was mostly luck, but I don't know. But now I got to do something, and I know it's because I'm a fat bastard, and I know that has something to do with it. But how do you lose the weight when you love to eat, and if you can't exercise? There's no other way to do it. So I've either got to just go on a strict miserable diet, or get fat and die, or get something to where it gives me some energy, to where I can want to go out and get down to it. Because I actually probably need to lose 60 pounds now. I felt good right at about 200. I'm 5'10" or so, 5'10" and a half. But I got down to 176 when I was boxing, when I was young, and running 10 miles a day and shit. And I never felt so weak in my life. I felt really good right around 200 pounds. Could be, 198, 203, 205, 199, and floated in that area. But that was when I exercised. I mean, it got to a point in my life where I just, okay, time. Why?
Yeah.
I'm lazy. I want to just have fun. That was my biggest problem. I wanted to have fun.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? I mean the human body wants to be sedentary, it wants to be relaxed. So you have to, if you listen to your body, you will do that, and you won't do anything. And you're not going to starve yourself. Your human body won't let you do that either. So you need to exercise, and you just need to be active. I mean, people say exercise, but you just got to be active.
Well, a lot of the stuff with me too is I know me, right? I've had them look at my knees. They've been wanting to replace my knees for 20 years. It's been bone on bone, painful, ever since I was a kid. But the bone on bone's been the last 20 years. Yeah. And I know me. The way that I am right now, if they were to take me in and replace my knee, I'd never walk again, because I'm too lazy, and I would just put off any kind of recovery, rehab stuff, and I just put it off, but so I've got to lose the weight, get down to a comfortable weight that I feel, which will be easier for them to do the replacement anyway. Hell, when I was 300 pounds in the United States, the guy told me, I won't even do it until you lose 25 pounds. I won't do the surgery.
Because you won't be able to, it won't heal correctly and all that,
Now, my crazy bastard cousin, who we grew up together, was 6 months apart, had both of them done last Christmas, I think it was. He had both legs done at the same time, both knees. I go, what are you, crazy?
That's kind of extreme, I think that's kind of rare, I thought.
I know that they used to tell me when I was younger, if you ever have any problems with your wisdom teeth, don't just have one pulled, have all four of them pulled at the same time, because you won't go back and get it done. That's the same thing about them telling me that, colonoscopy that I put out for 5 years. And my doctor said, Dave, all you had to do was just walk out of the office, go to the nurses, schedule the appointment. I said, I'm not going to schedule my own hose jamming party. You're going to have to do it. And he laughed. He said, okay, I'll do it. Will you go? And I said, I'll go if you do it. I'm not going to call the guy and go, can you please shove a hose up my ass? Yes, we can do that. No, I'm not going to do it. And now it's getting to the point where I think I was 55, so they told me 10 years. So I'm 68. I'll be 68 this year. I probably should have another, especially my grandfather died of what is it? What's that cancer? Colon cancer.
Colon cancer? Yeah.
And my mom would go and have that hose done twice a year, because they told her. Now, when they did me, I figured, they're going to find all this stuff, and you've got 200 polyps, and we're going to remove. Guy said I was nothing there. You're fine. Come back in 10 years. But of course, I've strung that out, so I probably should man up and,
So you thought that you thought you were going to get the colonoscopy and have all these problems, and it turned out that everything was fine. But you said you said the same thing about your knees just now. So I think you go get the second colonoscopy, and if everything's fine, that's a good sign. You go get the knees done.
Knees done, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just have to. Hey Joe, how you doing? Hey, Bobby's back.
Oh, what's up, Mojo? Yeah, Bobby. Yeah. I saw him taming the jungle in his front yard the other day.
Now,
a little short he did.
You got to go on his. Are you going to do a whole video on your truck, Bobby? I know that Kenny just got a new SUV. He's got a video out. Bobby has a short out on his. He bought the Storm Track, same truck as me, but the 2024, and it's a gray color. It's a cool looking truck. And I did you get it, or they keep it to do the lid like they did on mine? And you got that rolling lid. Like I said, man, I'm totally happy with my truck. I think it's freaking awesome. But it has that electric deal that looks like a. I thought, oh man, now you're not going to be able. I got up on there, 250 pounds, and could stand on it, jump up and down, and do whatever I want. It's really strong. I was really surprised. But he's got that because he was going to get the Raptor, and the Raptor's $500,000 more than the Storm Track. And I told Bobby too. I said, "Man, I don't know. Exact same transmissions, interior, all the stuff, everything except for the suspension." I said, "Are you 25 years old to where you're going to go out and, try to roll that thing up in the mountains of Thailand?" I know I'm not. So I said, so I guess he decided that he did want to try which I don't blame him. I would want to drive that V6 gas modeled Raptor. It's supposed to be outrageous, but he said he couldn't find a place that would let him test drive it.
Oh, is it like a turbo 6?
Yeah, it's a double turbo.
Yeah.
So is mine, but mine's
okay,
diesel.
Yeah.
But it's a gas. It's
Gas.
supposed to be but the suspension on it is freaking awesome. If I was 30 years old, it would definitely be the truck that I would buy. But
you
my
could hit
Storm
some deer
truck,
in that, and it wouldn't cause any problem at all.
No, exactly. It's a great truck.
For sure, yeah.
I left it to get everything done. Yeah, because I got the, what do they call them? The deals over the tires. What do they call those things?
Oh, fender flares?
Flares, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the only thing different he got the thing, I think, the front grill that says the big Ford letters on there. Mine's the whatever come with the truck. And the rest of the stuff is pretty much my truck's like fully loaded. I mean, that was the closing tonneau cover or whatever it is, and and then they put those little door things on mine too. My wife got them too, Bobby, for free. Where you grab the handle, the protector says Ranger on it. Anyway, they gave me those, and I think you can get them to give you the rain guards that go up over the windows, which I didn't get. A guy had told me on the Fords they don't work very well.
I need to find that.
I haven't had a problem.
I can't find that on Bobby's shorts. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, the black one.
I think it's gray.
Oh,
should be gray.
Okay, I see it.
Thanks,
okay. Yeah. Oh,
they're great
nice.
Trucks. They're freaking awesome trucks.
Yeah,
I don't think you have them there. You don't have
red.
those in the United States. I don't
we
think
have, and we have the Ford Ranger. We have, but I don't think it has like different options like this, like a Storm Trek. Like
I don't think
option. So. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool looking though.
Yeah, they're nice fender flares. That Bobby got it right.
Yeah, for sure.
But I dig my truck, and I'd love to get it back out. I know that I saw Uncle Craig in here. I don't think he's still in here. If he is, I wanted to jump in because I want to take off and take the trailer again. It all hinging on, wouldn't that be a great idea? Yeah, I'm all excited to do it. And the next day when I want to try to go out there, I don't want to go screw with it. It's really horrible. I changed my mind, Dave, about the grill. They didn't get it. Okay. I don't know. I like some of the ones. They've got a bunch of different ones. They got a bunch of different hoods too, I think. But I said, you know what? I was just thoroughly impressed because my biggest thing was, here's me and my wife at the dealer. We're looking at the Wild Track, okay, which was basically what the Storm Track is, the one above it, but it wasn't available then.
Okay.
I said, okay, this one here, how much is it? It was 1.2. But me and Bobby actually looked at the same white Wild Track at the dealer here in Surin. And I went back and forth, and I'm going, God, I really don't. I said, you know what? Why don't I just get an extended cab and, go from there? The guy, now I still don't know if it's true or not because I didn't go fact check him, but he said Ford doesn't make a 4-wheel drive extended cab. I said, you got to be shitting me. He said,
That's
nope, not in
weird.
Thailand. Not in
Because I see
Thailand.
so many trucks in Thailand that are just extended cabs and not four doors.
Yeah,
Like
and they're
in
not
everybody's
for.
videos. I mean, maybe they're not
Yeah,
Fords, but I see so many of them. Like they
yeah.
have to make them.
According to the dealer, they didn't make it. So then I'm sitting there, and I'm going, and my wife said, well, "What about this storm track?" They hadn't even gotten it yet. Okay, they didn't have one yet at the dealer or anything. And I go, okay. Then they finally got a 2-wheel drive storm track. So I drove that around. They wouldn't let me go out in the street because it wasn't registered. So I drove it around the dealership, and I said, "Yeah, this is pretty nice." And then I said, "Well, then how much is it?" Well, it's 1.4 is what I paid for mine, and and I and I said, "You know what? I'm just going to get a freaking 2-wheel drive truck and only spend 900, whatever it is, and leave it at that, a Lariat or whatever their lower
Yeah.
model cloth seats, no, no electric stuff, no nothing."
Uh huh.
And my wife looked at me and goes, "How old are you?" And I said, "I'm 67 years old." She said, "How many trucks are you going to buy after this one?" I said, "Probably not
Yeah.
any." She said, "Then why the hell don't you get what you want?"
Get
I go,
exactly
"God,
what you want. Yeah.
I hate it when you're smarter than I am." So I said, "All right, give me that one." They bought it out, got it out of Bangkok, and I had it in a week or 2 weeks, I can't remember. And they had done all the mods, and I love it. I love the truck. And then,
Yeah.
and because I said to myself, I said, "Okay, I've got the trailer. I could just see me by myself out in the middle of freaking nowhere, to some of the places that I want to go camping. No one around, and it rains like hell for 2 days, and I can't get out, and I'm screaming at the
Mm-hmm.
top of my lungs, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
freaking idiot,
Yeah.
and wouldn't you know it, we went to Ubon the first time. It was right when they were building the house, and everything was all muddy and shit around from that. And I got up in there in the truck, and tires started spinning. Dropped that thing in the 4-wheel drive, and it just went.
And
Pulled that right out.
it's just the push button four wheel drive, right? It's like on the
Yeah,
fly. You
all I
just
do
push
is
it.
turn it down. If you go into
Yeah.
low, you
Mm-hmm.
have to actually
Stop.
take it out of gear and then let
Mm-hmm.
it go and switch and then go back in. I
Yeah.
don't know if you can do it on the fly. I've never on the high. I've never tried it.
You might be
I'll
able
have to
to. I
find
don't
out.
know.
The
Yeah.
thing parts. The thing parts itself. It's like this iPhone.
Yeah.
I will
It just.
die and not use every option that's on that
Yeah.
freaking truck. It does
Pretty
a thing
cool.
where you can sit it right here and it'll parallel park. You have to do whatever it is. I don't know what you have to do.
Yeah.
And it'll parallel park by itself. So I don't know. Let's
Wild.
see. Ralph is usually good on that. I don't think they make a 4x4 extended cab plus the extended cab. Open cabs are the lower tree. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. They
okay.
got
That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, they've got the no power seats. They got the cloth seats. Yeah, this thing's leather seat. I love it. It's a great truck.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
wouldn't want anything else.
After Nitnoy told you to go ahead and get the best truck you wanted, you have to get her the iPhone now. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
she's telling you to get all the best things.
yeah. But
So.
I bought her the electric hot rod too. So
Oh, that is the Kicks. Yeah, the Kicks is
yeah, I
cool. They
love.
came out with a
I
new
think
version in the U.S.
yes,
It's like kind of
yes.
new styling on it.
I heard,
Yeah,
and my wife said they don't have that here.
yeah. I don't know if
She told me that
they're
they don't
not.
have the
Yeah,
new model here yet.
yeah.
But
Well, the U.S. is
yeah, so
weird. Our models come. I don't know how it is in Thailand, but like it's like May and they're already coming out with the next year's models. It
yeah,
seems like.
yeah.
So it's like they're so far like ahead. It doesn't really make sense. Then you just skip a
They
year.
can teach me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know how to do anything. And did you
There you
get my
go.
message? If you wanted to come by tomorrow, he's going to be here putting a 32-inch TV that I bought in the trailer, putting in 3 shelves in the trailer, and putting 2 big long shelves along here. So he'll be here if you want to meet him and maybe ask him about what you want. Take a look at the ones that he built in here. You're more than welcome anytime if you guys want to see exactly what he built. And like I said, the guy's a good guy. I wouldn't suggest anybody that I didn't feel 100% in. Like even the builder that did my house did an excellent job. He's related, but it took him forever, and I can't really blame him for that either because it was in the middle of COVID. But this guy I would recommend 10 times a day. He's a good one. He does good. He does great work, he shows up when he says he's going to show up. Kind of weird. Not it's not like that very much here. So what was I going to ask you, Logan? I was going to ask you. Oh, so when are you going to Korea or no?
So no, so I was originally supposed to go to Poland in November, and then that all changed, and now I'm going out to California again in November, and then again in April into May, and then after that I might be going to Poland, but I don't know yet. So, but I extended to be here till 2026. So after that's over, I'm gonna try and go to Korea. So me and Jamie can go to Korea. But then I can retire as early as 2027. So then it's like go to Korea, come back from Korea, retire. I don't know. It's all up in the air, you know. So yeah.
Hey, brother.
Well, we're trying to get to. So hey, Andrew. So yeah, we're gonna try and get to Thailand. Still, hopefully next Christmas time frame. And if that doesn't work out,
a year from this Christmas.
Yes, and if that doesn't work out, I'm gonna try and do like June or July of like that next year of 2027, which would be like basically 2 years from now. I guess it's October already, but like yeah. So yeah, because then it would be off season. You know, like maybe like September, right when the rainy season kind of ends, would be good to go. Because I don't really want to go at Christmas, but that's just how like my work schedule is with the Army. You get this big 3 weeks off for holiday block leave, so I can take the time. The rest of the time of year, if you try and tell somebody you want 3 weeks off, they look at you crazy, like, "What are you talking about?" You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, we'll have to see.
Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, good old bear.
What do you want? You want me to pet you or
Bear's
something?
bear.
Sit. Jake.
Oh man.
Jake. All right.
There you go.
Good boy.
How's he do with Poncho and Heidi?
I had to slap him a little bit when he growled at him, but now he'll let them, because they'll bite, man. They go at each other, man. I couldn't believe. I mean, they're just like this, sliding across the floor and biting. Then one's screaming, the other one's screaming.
Like feral cats.
I know they bite. They bite him pretty hard. They bite me hard. I've got blood on the. We've got white sheets that have blood marks all over them now. But they're awesome little dogs. They make me laugh, And that was kind of gone when Toby died. The laughter wasn't there anymore. And I really see it when we went to Bangkok to watch Sim do her dissertation deal, and the kids with them and the laughter and stuff. It was the right thing. Just my wife, it took her a while to do it. But they're cool dogs. But he's good with them, surprisingly enough. He beats the shit out of the chocolate, the two girls.
Oh, the
Brownie.
labs.
Yeah. But he's got one he likes more than the other. That's Cookie. And Cookie's more on the black side, and Brownie. They were Cookie was the brown one, and Brownie was the black one. So when after we had him for about a week, I said, well, this dog's brown. What? So we switched their names.
Oh, okay.
So now they know their name. But they get into everything. They tear up my wife's plants. They need to relax a little bit. But we have so many dogs and shit. But I dig the little chihuahuas. And I know they're little ankle biters. And they're probably going to be a pain in the ass when they get older. But once they calm down a little bit, it'll be cool. They're good dogs. But I wanted to go to Craig's not here, I don't think. I think he's gone.
Oh.
So I got to find out. I should just take that short trip to Sisaket. And I know Kenny will come over and visit. He wants me to let him know when I'm going there. But I just got to get it out. It's all ready to go, man. The 125 and the winch, the electric deal to pull it up on the back, and I got a big on the front. If you see one of the videos, it's got a big basket up there now to hold the generator and gas, and that's enough to put 275 pounds tongue weight on it, and it should be fine. But I know that a couple of guys that built them before are kind of worried about me. They're good guys. Les, retired and living the dream. He's a great guy. He built caravans, they call them in I think Australia and the UK. And he said, "Oh, you got to watch the weight and all that." And I knew I had changed the tongue weight. I knew that I was going to be. I don't know if you've ever seen anything even on YouTube. If you put tongue weight or anything like that, man, you'll see them things fishtailing, and it's amazing what changing weight in a tow vehicle in a trailer makes a big difference. So I want to weigh it. I know I got rid of the that suspension that was on there, that torsion bar deal, and I put in a straight axle with shocks and leaf springs. So I know I could carry a lot more weight on that axle than the torsion bar. So, but I'm still going to have it weighed and make sure what I'm at, and it should be fine. But I know Les is really concerned. He's a good guy. He's not just busting someone's balls. It's genuine concern. But I want to get it out.
Careful. You don't want to put 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. It doesn't work out too well.
No, and I've got some water in there. I'd like to get rid of those deals, or have a custom made another water deal made there.
Yeah.
But for right now, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take weights, and then when I get it out on the road, I'll lighten it up until I feel comfortable doing 90 is probably all I'm going to pull it at, maybe 95, and make sure that it sets the way it was, and the percentage of the tongue weight on what the manufacturer said was on there. It was stable as hell. That thing, it pulled awesomely. So if I get it back to their ratios on the tongue weight, it should pull the same. It's a little bit higher, so it's going to be a little bit more, for wind, for being a little top heavy, but it should be fine. And I could go 80. I'm retired. I'm not in a rush. I just got a lead foot, but I use the cruise control, push the cruise control and go. So.
Yeah.
Who'd I miss? Brother Ron's here. Dave
Ron's here.
Yeah. My sister and niece there. Oh, good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear. I was going to ask, Bobby, you still here? Time to get going?
Jake's in Greenville, South Carolina. I don't know if there's any issues.
You're okay too, right, Jake?
Yeah.
You're okay, I think. Obviously, he's on here, so he must be okay. But when I met Bobby for that, there was two things. He wants to build a walk-in deal, and my cabinet guy is freaking awesome. But the other thing was, he showed me a picture of his nephew or something. He built a bike, and the bike looks awesome. And I need somebody to do that carburetor work still on the 750. So he's going to try to get a hold of him for me, see if he does work on Shadows, Honda Shadows, and I'll give it to him and tell him everything that I want done to it, and just let me know, because I want the pipes gone. I want straight pipes. I want it to be loud as hell, and see if he can do it. Hopefully he can do it. Yeah, let me know. I think I wrote that to you too. Let me know if he gets a hold of you. The guy, the bike that he showed me the picture of, the guy obviously is talented. It was a Harley though, so I don't know if he does. Because those carburetors are underneath the tank, and they're turned like upside down, and they've got bowls on them and stuff. It's weird shit, and I wouldn't even know where to start. But I ain't gonna ride it around with that lean pop. It just drives me crazy. Well, it's actually anyway. It definitely needs to be rejetted. So we'll see. Cool. I appreciate it, Bobby. I don't know if I got to see what I'm going to do for lunch today. I might go over to Oceana's, the one place I was telling you about. 613 baht for lunch. 613 baht for lunch. I got to show you. I showed you guys.
Is that the sushi place? I think that's the place. Yeah, you showed like the different sushi. Yeah.
Oh man, it's. I eat probably close to 1.5 kilos of salmon. Now, if I tried to go buy fresh salmon in the store, that would cost me 2,000 baht.
Mm-hmm.
So I go there and I eat that. Plus, I eat a roll, a spicy salmon roll, and I have unlimited um, Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi, and there's steak on there. There's Thai food. There's so many items. It's unbelievable. Is it expensive? Yeah, it's expensive, but hell, man,
you need to have your mercury levels checked. All that salmon.
Yeah, you're probably right. And I'm talking, like I said, the sashimi is this big, right?
Yeah.
And it's this thick, and I get 6 of them on ice, and then I do that, and I know that's got to weigh at least 300-400 grams, and I think I do 6 of those. I eat 6 of those, and I bring my own little bottle of low sodium soy sauce.
Soy sauce, yeah.
And I bring the hot chili oil, and I put that on there. I bring my own. They like it when I go in there because the owner probably doesn't. Probably goes, "Oh, here comes that fat bastard. He's gonna eat 2 kilos of freaking salmon."
The price they give you a special menu with higher prices on it. Yeah.
But I give the girls 100 baht, so they're happy.
Yeah.
But I might go over there today. I don't know. I have to see. But no sushi for me. Looks like bait. I was trying to bring up the thing that the sushi that they have is let me see.
Ron says you should go EV with your motorcycle. Do they have that electric Harley over there?
I don't know, to tell you the truth.
Because I parked next to one on my bike maybe a month ago. It was pretty cool looking, but I don't know. I don't know if, especially a Harley, they're supposed to have a certain sound to them.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to get out of that. The Shadow, the 750. I want it to sound a little bit like I've heard it, just that fake Harley sound, the thump, I miss it a little bit. And the old lady, she's not going to how do you spell sushi? Yes.
SUSHI.
Sushi. That looks right. Because this whole thing, maybe even after I get done with everything, it'll be maybe have 120,000 baht in it, maybe 130, but the I don't know. Here's trying to get that
130,000. I always have to Google when you guys talk about prices to get a good understanding of what you're talking about. Yeah. All right, just under 4,000. All right, that's not bad. Harley EVs, you have to put. Oh yeah, exactly. Because the whole point of part of the point of having a motorcycle to be safe is you have to have some kind of noise. I'm not saying it's got to be obnoxiously loud, but can you imagine driving around completely silent? Like it's like a bicycle on the highway. I'd be so afraid I would get hit. At least here in El Paso, because people drive insane here.
Like I said, me growing up, I ran straight pipes on all my bikes.
Yeah.
My panhead, I had straight pipes with fishtails on the end of them, but saved my life maybe through the years 20, 30 times, and that means just grabbing the clutch and hitting the throttle and keeping somebody from pushing me, off out of the lane. Pretty much. Every time. And I said, "Oh, well, if you had I ain't gonna put a horn, I'd rather run straight pipes."
Mine has a horn, but by the time I look down, figure out where the button is, and push it, it would be too late.
Easier. Yeah, it's so much easier to pull a clutch in and hit it. I'm 1/10 of a second. I mean, I can do it quickly. But let's see. I'm trying. God, I can't. How come I can't? TripAdvisor, hate TripAdvisor. I don't know why I can't find it on this. Let me try something else. I actually had. I got to
You
do.
made a
I
video of it, I think. Didn't
Yeah, I
you?
think but I just took a picture. I think well, it'd be the same as this. I took a picture of of the um, the menu. I
Yeah.
should it. I don't know it isn't the same as when it comes right to right in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
live or whatever. But let's see, Facebook. Let's see if this one does it. If not, I'm not going to worry about it anymore. Everybody's probably gone.
There's a
People
lot
still
of
on?
sushi places. There's a Mr. Sushi, a
Yeah.
Kobe. I'm looking at your like Google Maps of Sorin. Yeah.
That Google would do it.
Hashi Japanese. What's it called?
Yeah, Oceanes. It starts with
Oceani.
yeah. I don't know how to spell it, but for some, see, under sushi shrimp is all I put in under Google, but this is Yahoo on this
Yeah.
computer. I don't know how to. You gotta learn how to change the shit. But and it's got a bunch of Yahoo food now in Thailand. Nah, I'm not gonna find it. Anyway, it's excellent, so I might go there today. Hey, Robert Mack, how you doing?
Well, that didn't
We got to
work.
get together with. I got to get together. I remember when Honda advertised that they had Harley's. It was a Rebel of Shadow. I think they're both pretty similar, Ralph, as far as sound. Um, I didn't get either one of them the sound with stock pipes, but with the other one, it did. What it is, the Lope anyway, riding a Harley, but boom, boom, boom. Uh, it doesn't do that because it needs the RPMs to be up because it's water cooled to pump the water or something. It's not made to lope, uh, and
Oh, because
I
it's
guess
water cooled.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Okay.
heard.
Yeah.
This is all stuff from the
Ron, nice to
internet or
see you
whatever,
too.
and yeah, it runs at a higher RPM, so it's going boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
instead of that lope. But I might be able to change. I don't know. I just it reminded me the bike actually. I still got it here. It reminded me. I think I do anyway. Yeah, here it is. It reminded me of my '08 Dyna, and they changed it because I guess what came on it was this one's got a 19, I think, and a 17 on the back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't the original size tires that came on this bike, but they're the exact same tires that come on a Dyna. And the way that it looks, the way that it sits, the height that it sits, it's off. It's different. I checked the heights and stuff. The length and the height of the seat and all that are within a half an inch. And I was wondering, why do I like this bike? Why do I like the way it looks? And I came to that realization. That's the reason is because it looks like that, and I like the chain drive. Um,
Mm.
don't know anything about the drive shaft. Could be the best thing that been since sliced bread, but I don't know anything about it, so I can't really say. But the carburetors and shit are just. I had new. It's got brand new Dunlops put on it. The guy took the carburetors apart and tried to fix it, and he couldn't fix it. Um, changed some of the wiring, the wires, the plugs. Um, did a bunch of that stuff. I just want somebody else to do it. I don't mind the way that it looks. Do I do I like the solid back tire? Not really. Or
Yeah, I
rim.
don't like that. Yeah.
So I might change. I'll have them change that. I'll have them lower a little bit in the back. And of course, with my fat ass on it, it might sit just about perfect where I want
Yeah. Check the spring. Yeah,
it.
foot pounds on
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
see what it is at the look. But and then I'd have it repainted. I'd like to get a custom paint job on it after I ride it and make sure that I like it. And because well, it's older. And I drove a Panhead everywhere. You know, up and down the coast. Everywhere, and never worried about that. But
Well, if
if
it's
something happened in the
anything,
motor,
Something like a Honda car, I mean, it's going to run forever anyway. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not going to.
as far as like I bought,
It's like
what did I
they have
buy
good
that
build quality.
I bought a Honda Accord way back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a fastback thing. I think the back, and it had been
Yeah.
smashed in the back. But the thing you couldn't, you know what? The closest thing that I found to Honda, surprisingly enough, is a little Saturn, the 2000 1999. I bought one of those for my kid to drive back and forth to school. They
Uh-huh.
both did. The things are damn near indestructible. I don't know what they make. The side panels are made out of plastic or something, but you can hit the damn thing and it'll
them.
pop back
Yep.
in. The
Mm-hmm.
paint doesn't crack.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to it.
Yeah.
And now my son, of course, the I ended up driving it back and forth to Fresno, 100 miles a day, right? And to work after he blew up the tranny in it. And that's what we were racing go-karts. And I said, you missed a shift, right? No, it just, I said, lie to somebody else. Go lie, get a girlfriend and go lie to her, you know. But he rolled my lowered Ford Expedition. How the hell do you roll a lowered Ford Expedition? And what he said was he was hot rodding it, and he slid off into the dirt, and then when he came back on the pavement, the tires
hooked it,
and
mm-hmm.
you know, I said, "Well,
he got the lead foot from you," is what he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
we had a bunch of fun though, man. Racing those go-karts was oh man. And the best thing about it, I tell people, if you want to get your kids into something that you can, if you're halfway mechanical or whatever, and you can wrench on something, it's great. And if you know what you're doing, because if people go, oh, it's just a go-kart. Well, it's got camber, it's got caster, it's got stagger. I mean, the things are, it's a freaking vehicle. I mean, it's a race car, right? It's the lowest form of racing, but it's a race car.
There's tons of professional drivers now that started on go-karts.
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely.
And the kid was, you know, he was young. He was, when he came to live with me, I think he was 11, 12, something like that. And we ended up getting it. My buddy was really into it. In fact, when he was racing in California in go-karts, he beat one of the guys that won the Indianapolis 500. I forget what guy. Rice. Anyway, and every time he sees me, I beat this. I won every race I raced against that guy. And my buddy was a genius, and he knew everything about it. He talked us through the first. We went to our local track. We bought a Maranello because that's what he was running. We practiced. We went up to Reading where he lived and practiced. And he taught me on the phone. And as we're racing, he would tell me what to do. And we ended up winning the first year. We won the championship in the 100cc class. My kid was a driver. The kid driving machine. I was a shitty mechanic, but I gave him at least something that he could drive. But the point I was making, if you've got a kid of that age, 13, 14, whatever, if he wants to win, if he's got the drive to want to win, he has to communicate with you. He can't just get pissed off and go, F you, I don't care. Hey, I told my son the first couple of times, I ain't got no problem. Drive around in the back. I'll hide my head and go, I don't really know who that kid is, but he's sure got a piece of shit he's driving. I said, if you can't tell me whether this thing is pushing in or loose off or anything, I can't even come to start to try to fix it. So then he finally figured out, if I want to win, I guess I'm gonna have to talk to the old bastard and tell him what's happening. But we had the regular dashes on there that had accelerometers and stuff in it. So I would download it into my computer, and it would give me a layout of the track and where we were and what time and when the clutch was kicking in. It was a centrifugal oil-filled clutch, and you could adjust that. And then I would really piss them off because I'm going, well, this thing here says that you could run, 4/10 quicker. What do you mean I had to put? I said, well, if you this corner from this lap and this corner from this lap and this corner from this lap, and you put all your best stuff together, you could run 3/10 quicker. And that would piss him off. So he'd get out there and really try, but he did good. We had a lot of fun. It was probably the best time of my life was those 3 years with my son racing go-karts. It was fun stuff.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Definitely sounds cool. You're saying he raced against Buddy Rice?
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Indy
He won,
500
right?
winner.
1 year?
Yeah. It's from 2004. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And every time we watched him when we were together,
yeah,
I beat him he never beat me once. He said never once. That was his claim to fame. He was a driver also. He was back then. It was Oxnard. Oxnard used to have a go-kart track, and he would race there every time. And I'm talking, when he's a couple of years older than me, but when we were 18, 19 years old, he was out there running around. But the funniest story was, he goes, when I talked to my son and he said, he goes, well, my son Eric, who's a driver too, his youngest one was the real driver, ended up driving in the lowest form of NASCAR. I forget the name of it. Anyway, he drove 1 year in it, but he was an open wheeled kid. Kid was awesome. But anyway, his oldest son taught at that they have a school there at that Oxnard deal. He said, what are we going to do? I'm going to tell Eric it's a 2-day course. Go over there. He'll sit with your son, and all the other kids. And then he'll give me the update, and I'll tell you whether you need to buy the good shit or whether you could get away just buying the crap where he's just going to run around in the back of the pack. And I said, okay. So I took him over there. Well, we didn't even get to lunch. And my phone rings. And he goes, I said, hey, what's up? He goes, you're screwed. I said, why? He goes, my son's been teaching at that school for 5 years. And he said, your son has more raw talent than he's seen in any kid that's come through that course. So you're going to have to buy the good shit. So we bought a Maranello chassis. And it's really weird because you can only do so much, and you have to go through tech, and you got to have, the right CCs and everything in it. But you could buy a Yamaha. Now, the Yamaha 100cc class, that motor was never put in a motorcycle. It was made for go-karts.
Huh.
And
cool.
It's one that's they have a pipe class. They have a round can, 2-hole, 3-hole exhaust class. They've got all sorts of class with that Yamaha. And but you could pay $1,800 for a motor, or you could pay $4,000 for a motor. So we had, and you're only talking about, this motor is a half a tenth quicker, on this running, or
that
a tenth.
can mean everything, though.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
So my buddy says, I hope you got a little bit of money. Said it may be the cheapest form of racing, but it gets expensive with tires for qualifying, tires for the race. Every weekend you got to pay.
Bye, Ron.
To run. Is who's leaving? Ron?
Ron's leaving.
I got 30. Everybody's probably leaving because I'm just sitting here rambling. But anyway, I'll get up there. Anyway, we had a great time. Anybody that wants a bond with their kid and your gas and oil type people, it's the best way in the world, man. The relationship that I had then and I have with my son now are outstanding. Okay, so Ron's leaving already. I'm just saying, he's saying we're going through here where he says hello. Robert Mack, I said, hey, Jay's. Hey,
way
Jay.
back there, yep.
Yeah,
Jay. I think Jay might be out too. He's got a peace sign and a thumbs up later on. Yeah.
Does he?
Big
up.
Right above that one. Yeah.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, I think he might be out too. I don't know.
All right. Well, it's been an hour. It's been an hour and a half anyway.
It's
you know what I should check
here.
into?
I need to get sleep.
How much does an Xbox cost?
The solid $500.
And then what do you have to have a special race program for it? And
you just buy the game. I think the game was like $39.
And is there what's the cheapest used Xbox that I can get away with buying? Because I know they have like Xbox One and Xbox 9.
So I bought the Xbox X because I wanted the bigger one. I think you could probably definitely get away with like a used Xbox S.
S,
yeah.
Okay, I'll look for that. And then what's the name of the? What are they? How much?
Like
A couple $100.
159, I think is what I'm seeing here. A GameStop. Yeah. Yeah.
And what is it called? Xbox S?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the? If you remember the game name?
Yeah. It's called Assetto Corsa Competizione. It's Italian.
Okay, wait. Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox S.
Yeah.
And this is called what? The
game?
Yeah.
Is Assetto. It's ASSETTO.
Okay.
Corsa, CORSA.
Okay.
And then Competizione, which is COMPETIZIONE.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So and then if I get something like that, we can race against it. Okay.
Yeah.
But it runs through the Xbox and not through the computer.
No, it's all through the Xbox. It's everything's. I mean, it essentially does the same thing. You go through the Xbox. You go to the game. You go to to
but what I'm
multiplayer or whatever.
All my stuff is plugged into my computer, so I'd have to plug it into my.
You have to plug it into a. Yeah, you'd have to. If all your stuff's running through the computer, you'd have to have it all run through the Xbox.
It's not that it's a bunch. It's my steering wheel and my pedals.
You got to make sure it's compatible, though. So I would double check that.
Okay.
Because that's the issue you might run into, is that the compatibility of Xbox. I had to buy the Fanatec that worked with Xbox. It works with PC also, but it works with Xbox. And my pedals plug right into the Fanatec, force feedback direct drive, and then that goes.
Yeah, so does mine.
Yeah,
so does mine. So it should work. I have to look and find out. I'll have to find out if my Moza is compatible. My Moza 9.
Moza 9. Okay. Moza 9.
Retirement Dreaming. How are you? I don't know if I know you. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Came on YouTube. Cool.
For Xbox.
Thank you. Hey, Nikki. Uh-oh. Buddy had to pee. Nikki's back up.
Yeah, whatever.
Mitch, is it? No, there's Mitch too. Mitch, wow. When are you going back to the States? Got to be soon, right? Assetto Corsia Competizione Xbox S.
I don't think the Moza works. I think the Moza is only compatible with PC, is what I'm reading online. The R9.
What about my G, whatever the hell it is? I've got that too. Just for shits and giggles.
G29, I believe, works. The Logitech G29 work with Xbox. Yep, you can connect that to Xbox.
Okay. So if it isn't too much, if I find one cheap,
yeah,
I might just buy it so that I could screw with you.
Yeah.
And run you off the track and push you off and shit.
Yeah, because it does the same thing. There's like a career mode where you practice basically, but then you can go on and do multiplayer and race. You go into different rooms basically, and as long as there's spots in the room, you can go in there and race around whatever track. Yeah.
Cool.
Or you can just create your own room, I guess, somehow. I don't know how to do it, but I'm sure there's a way to do it. I haven't learned yet. So.
If you're stressed out, don't be stressed. Say hello to Retirement Dreaming.
Retirement Dreaming. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I don't know Retirement Dreaming.
I haven't heard of it either. So
but I'm
glad
he's a member. He's got the little S thing.
Yeah, he just became one, right?
Oh, okay. He probably got one. Maybe Ron's.
He might have.
Or who was that? Mojo. Mojo had the 10 free. Yeah.
Did he? And somebody else bought him that.
Who else did that?
That was the guy from Poe on the Go.
Oh yeah,
Sir Cryptus.
Yeah.
Good guy. Nice people over there, man. I don't know that much about it, but I'm learning more. But Scientology always gave me, whenever I heard the word, I'm going, sounds like a cult to me. And what they are is he's dead set against it, and all the people there. He has people on that have been burned by them and scammed by them and taking all their money and and all this kind of stuff. So
I've logged in and listened to him before,
Thank
like
you.
driving home, but I haven't like commented or anything. But I've turned it on to see what they're talking about.
He does a couple of comedy skits where one of the guys there dresses up like a nun, and he's got
I
a
missed
lady that
that.
comes on, and he dresses up like a priest, and it's like their comedy hour. I think they do it once a week. It's pretty
Oh,
freaking funny.
okay. Wow.
It's pretty funny. And then they get on the serious side, and they go to
Yeah.
places. He goes to places, and in case anybody isn't
I was
familiar, he's
doing
an
the
ex.
trafficking, right? Yeah, wasn't he doing like
Yeah, he
yeah.
was the chief of police, and he has a background actually. I went on his show. He wants to have me on again, but he um, was around motorcycles and that kind of stuff and 1% stuff when he was younger. So he knows my kind of my background. But he's a good guy. And like I said, man, my biggest thing now, and I look at clubs and stuff, and I always thought it was completely insane to be killing each other. Everybody's out there, but we want to live the life we want to live as what I remember to be the 1% deal. We do what we want to. We don't take shit from anybody, and we have a good time. And we ride and drink, and and we do what we want to do, and again, no one can tell us what to do. And now it's like, why? I never could understand that part of it, and the part with the cops, because if you don't trust somebody, you don't trust somebody. That's a gut feeling. That's and I understand why they don't want law enforcement around. I understand all that, but man, to have a relationship with your enemy, what you would consider your enemy, would be the best asset you could possibly have. Hey, I like this. I like this guy. Like I like him, and but my life's a whole lot different now. But even back then, it's like, hey, you don't trust me, then beat the shit out of me and run me down the road, or whatever. But if I got like if you were a cop and you were a friend of mine, and I'm not going to sit there and go, hey, this is what we're doing, and we're not going to have that kind of conversation. We're going to have, hey, let's go racing, let's have some fun because I like you as a person. And I could say, you could say, yeah, there's they're looking, people are running around and stuff, people are getting popped for this or that, and maybe you get a little stupid information that's not going to matter. Why wouldn't you? I don't know. I don't understand. And now they kick at everybody out, and then they make you bad. You're out bad, and they don't even tell you why. Which I don't understand. Doesn't make sense to me. Hey, and I'm talking people that have been members of different clubs for 30 years, 40 years, 20 years, and get kicked out. Well, why? No, you're out bad. We can't talk to you anymore. Go away.
Man.
It's like, wait a minute. I put 20 years into this, and this is the end result. I don't know. It's different. That's probably why I'm not into it, or would be. And that's another reason why I probably shouldn't get another Harley, because I'd probably roll right straight down that road, and it wouldn't be a good thing for me or anybody. So, but I do want to get that 750 done. So I'm hoping. I've got two deals. I'm still trying to look at that avenue where I did the tent air conditioning video and the trailer video.
Yeah.
That guy worked on Harleys. I know he did. And I'm working on that with my wife. It's her boss. It's going to get us his number and whatever. And now with Bobby, maybe between the two of them, get it done. Because I'd like to do it. I've got that. I've got this one too that I haven't. I ordered all the stuff for it. And I bought knobbies, the big heavy knobbies for the front and the rear. I bought a new exhaust pipe for it, new exhaust. I bought all sorts of shit for it, everything for it, and I haven't done anything. So I've got that one sitting. So those two I've got to do. I've got to get it done.
Because that's like a Honda Grom, right?
Yeah.
In the U.S.
It's not it's like the MSX.
Yeah.
MSX or something. Yeah, MSX. The Grom is like the top model or whatever. Because this was, I thought that it was going to weigh a lot lighter than the 125. They're like 8-10 pounds difference. between that CT 125 and this bike. So, but I was going to use it, back and forth. I might throw it in the back of the truck if we go anywhere. The kids could drive it. I'd like them to learn how to use a clutch. It was almost mandatory of me when I was a kid. Did they have automatic? Sure, but I was taught how to, ride with a clutch because of motorcycles too.
Yeah,
But I think everybody ought to know how to drive a manual transmission.
I agree.
Vehicle.
My first car was manual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, mine was too. I had my Morris Minor. That was my party. You know what a Morris Minor is?
I know what a Morris Minor is. Yeah.
I had that. It only had one front seat, and they used to crack people up because we'd come out after a party and I'd go up to the front with that crank and start it up and drive down the road. I loved that little car. I had Metropolitan Nashes. I had 3 of those convertible.
That's
56.
Cool.
Yeah, I had 3 of those. I always had my favorite car when I was a kid was a Jensen Healy. It had the Lotus double overhead cam motor in it.
It was freaking. Is the engine in the back? Or is
no, in the front. Yeah,
Jensen
they're
Healy.
they're really cheap. Though they're starting to get expensive now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like a Porsche kind of.
Yeah, they only made it. Yeah. They only made it for 3 years, I think, or 2 years. 72
to 76.
6, yeah, 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
But I love mine was black with the tonneau cover on the inside where you could keep the passenger seat zipped it up. And I used to.
Oh, that's cool.
They used to haul ass, and it handled extremely well. And they also made an Interceptor that had a V8 in it,
really?
Different style. Wasn't that sports car style? It was a smaller car style, but
no, that Interceptor. Looks cool. It looks like a Datsun. It looks like an old Datsun kind of. I like that. It looks nice.
Yeah, I love that car until I let my cousin borrow it, and he broke one of the belts. The belt got underneath the belt for the overhead cam, and it was 4 valves a cylinder, and he bent every valve in it because the belt, he busted the belt going to the overhead too. So pulled it out, got another motor from a junkyard, had it back on the road in 3 days, and ready to go. But it was a fun car to drive. But I always had weird. I considered my first car was a 65 Chevy Impala, 4-door. With cool. They had taken they had put the a 3-speed on the floor, and it used just as much oil as it did gas. And I was just got my license 15. Brock, I'll bring you in, but I'm going to leave in a minute. Gas.
Yeah.
And I was just got my license 15.
What's up, Brock?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Probably be a bit of background noise from here.
Just got my license. You got me on YouTube or something.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That did it. Yeah,
but there's some background noise in here anyway.
I don't hear too much. It's not bad. But anyway, I got to do those 2, and that'll be a fun little bike. And that's the 125 too. That little thing.
That's a 125. Is it a 5-speed or is it only 4?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I haven't ridden it that far. I rode it down the street, but I think it is a 5-speed. I'll have to check. It might be a 4, but it was. These are some of the other ones. I think this is the one. Those are the knobbies I got for it. That's a Grom. Those are the knobbies that I got for it. That's the kind of exhaust that I got for it. I think I got the hand guards for it too. I got a bunch of crap. Oh, new chain, new rear gear, new front gear, changing the gearing on it. Of course, I'm not. As you guys, whenever you hear me saying me, no. It's going to be whoever.
You're not down there wrenching away?
No. If I was in an air-conditioned room, I like wrenching. Like I did the crash bars.
If only you had an entire building that's air conditioned. That's like your man cave to work on. Yeah.
I used to pull my pan head into my mom's house.
Yeah.
And put a plastic deal on the ground. Of course, when she was gone, and worked on it. And there had the girls. That was back in the day when cocaine was running wild, and you could have Here, girls, I have 2 toothbrushes, and here's a whole crap load of cocaine. I want my bike clean from top to bottom, and they would clean the whole deal. That was back in late 70s, I want to say, 77, 78. The good old days, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. What kind of plane is that, bro?
That's an F-35A.
Ah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Australian.
That's pretty
Is it?
cool.
Well, and it probably isn't any good then, right? It's Australian. Or... It wasn't made in Japan or Taiwan?
No, made in America.
Or America.
Ah,
yeah.
made in America.
Yeah.
Then it probably is a real piece of shit.
Yeah. It's
No,
like
I'm just kidding. You know what? Somebody was saying something, and maybe you guys know. I never knew too much about the service and that kind of crap. But one of the guys, when I was younger, my cousin got me started in a thing called load cells, which was metal stress, okay, which is every digital scale out on the market today. At one point, I was only one out of maybe 20 people in the world that knew how to make them from start to finish, right? But one of the guys that was in another business that I got into was a rental dark room, and he was a Navy man, and during the war, right? And he said to me, he actually got a job doing this same shit. When they took the aircraft carriers coming back after the Vietnam War, they pushed all their jets and stuff off the back. Now, I'm imagining it was so that they could get new ones or show it. So here they are coming back from the Vietnam War. They have this aircraft carrier loaded full of jets and fighters, everything. And his job was to push them off the back of the frickin' aircraft carrier. So I'm guessing that they get back and say, we lost 200 jets and we need to have 200 new ones made. He actually got a job working for Sears doing the same type of thing. We don't want these lawnmowers. We want you to break them with a hammer, their cases, and throw them in the garbage. And I'm guessing again, but that was his actual job, to break and do it. And that's what he was doing in the service. It thoroughly amazed me.
The evacuation of Vietnam, the carriers were full of Hueys, so they had no room to put more coming in.
Is that what?
With the evacuees, so they would push them off, they flew them out and jumped out.
We buy all of the ex-U.S. Air Force planes after they're used them for 35 years here in Australia. Really?
Well, that plane I don't think is 35 years old. I think that's a F. Was it 36 in the U.S.? What's that called?
It's Trump 2024.
F-35.
35 are very new.
No more political stuff. People can do what they want, but
yeah, that's a U.S. That's a F-35 Lightning that the Royal Air Force has, and they call them
the one that's behind Brock. Or
yeah.
It's an awesome looking
the Royal
plane.
Australian Air Force bought them. Yeah, they're really cool. Yeah.
You going to bed again, Nikki? No
They
politics.
make a lot of noise, believe me.
If people could talk about it, it seems like it's always a problem. Not in religion, But hey, CJ, how you doing? Yeah. Morning to you. All right. Well, it's been an hour. It's been 2 hours now.
It's past my bedtime.
Did Jamie already go to bed?
No, she's the night owl. She's the one.
Is she?
I'm the one. Yeah. We got.
Let me see what else I can get you into that'll cost you. You need a couple more motorcycles. And,
yeah.
How you? Last thing for the deal is how you enjoying the new bike? Like a lot.
New bike's awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
Digging the new bike. Yeah. Oh, I haven't really talked about it much, but yeah, I'll make a video on that. I've been kind of away from videos for a while. Kind of like you said, I wasn't having fun. I was not having fun. I was getting like a workload of doing videos, and I was like, I'm done, man.
That's why I want to. I got to get motivated again because I actually enjoy the editing, not so much to get myself fueled up to go out and film. Like when I went to that luncheon, if I was a true vlogger, okay, YouTuber, I would have filmed that whole thing when we went with Bobby and Jai and Maui and his wife and Andrew and Quan and the other, I would have filmed all that. The place was awesome. And it's only like I could throw a stone and hit it from here. In fact, I'll go there again. It's a brand new, big, giant koi pond. Really nice place. Big too. So, all right, everybody. All
right.
I'm going to go over here. Where am I at? Okay, find my outro and tell everybody who did my outro. Does anybody know? Oh, Richard of Richard Trout.
I think it's Richard. Yeah.
It could be. Could be. Thank you again, Richard. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Thanks for coming on, Brock, Logan. I'll let you know if I I'm one of those guys and I'll get on. I'll probably have an Xbox tomorrow. And
you'll probably start playing before I get a chance to play again.
But we'll have some fun. All right, everyone. I'll look at you and the camera. Right. I'll make sure on this and have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. And I'll catch you.
Hi, Richard's mum.
Yeah. See ya.
Have a great weekend, everybody.